Okay, I think we should get started. Yeah. So, guys, thank you for joining in today. Great moment for Sovren. We're going to be making a few key announcements today. My name is Avi, founder of Sovren. My background, as you guys already know, possibly through my LinkedIn profile, or you have seen me speaking before, or you've met me. Last 21 years spent in financial services. I was head of Barclays Digital for a few years. Prior to that, I've spent time working in Europe, US, and few other continents. Again, playing roles in technology or business consulting in financial services. I'm here with my co-founder Vinant. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is Vainant. I'm from South Africa originally, living in London now. I come from a similar background to Avi, worked in banking and across different enterprises and businesses across the UK and London. Various tech roles as a head of tech development, business transformation, head of digital transformation for some private banks in the UK. And excited to be here to talk to you guys about what we're doing and blockchain.
Thank you. Right. I think on this Sovren community channel, we have already received some very interesting questions. So I'm going to go through some of them myself. I will let Vinam speak about some of them. So first thing first, as we speak, the pre-ICO is live. If you go to the website now, you should be actually able to see how do you really buy your tokens. You can also go to the portal where you can register. Obviously, there are KYC AML requirements, so you definitely want to have a look at them. And of course, if there are any questions, feel free to ask in the Telegram channel. Feel free to email us. We're all there to sort of making sure we provide you as much transparency as possible. Sovren is a community project. It's not for any specific class or individual. It's for everyone. I think with blockchain, that's what enables the community. So very excited to launch it finally today. If you have any questions, you can always type in here. Other than that, I am going to be touching upon some of the questions you already have. So let me pick few. What made you create Sovren? Who had the idea? As much I would love to say it's my idea, I will let my co-founder and my business partner speak about that.
No, I think it was definitely a joint idea born out of a few necessities and coming across a few problems in both the traditional investment space and in the crypto and blockchain space. We launched. I actually met Avi a few years ago, where we started talking about business and started doing a few things together. Myself, I got involved in crypto and blockchain probably a bit more than 2 years ago, both as a very interested person in terms of the technology, what blockchain can do. Coming from a technology background, I was quite blown away about in terms of how it was changing, how people interact with finance, the whole network effect, removing boundaries, borders. And then I got, of course, also became an avid investor and trader in various ICO projects and blockchain projects. I then introduced my business partner Avi and said, "Look, you have to get involved. It's definitely the future, and it's going to change the way people do finance in the banking sector, and everything is going to be really sort of disrupted by this technology." And it's empowering people in a way that was not possible before. So Avi himself got it involved. I mentioned a few trading exchanges, and he tried them himself, and he came back to me and said, "Well, maybe it's not, these platforms are not probably built in the way that I'm used to, coming from banking sectors, and the lack of regulation I can see in the future is going to be a big problem." So although I love the space and I think what you're saying is probably right, probably the future and thinking of where this space is going to go is definitely towards regulation and enterprise grade, properly developed platforms. So why don't we go on this journey together and build something for the community, for blockchain, that's going to be inclusive, accessible, and give people a way to invest and build wealth that was not possible before. It's made possible by blockchain, but also enables enterprises and businesses to raise money in a streamlined, low-cost way. And that's really where Sovren was born, the idea was born, and the journey we've been on since then. We'll talk a bit more about that, I think, in some of the other questions.
Yeah, I think needless to say, Sovren is an all-inclusive financial system. We have done a lot of research looking at different market segments. Trading was obviously one of the most important criteria. From where we come from and where the market is going towards, we don't see a differentiation between crypto assets or traditional assets. I think at some point they are going to become one mainstream asset. So if that's the case, why we should have a different platform that does crypto or tokens and other does stocks, bonds, securities? I don't think the new generation is going to differentiate them. So if you make them all inclusive, very much safe, accessible, fully regulated, build an enterprise grade, as Vincent said, it's the beginning of a new financial revolution. The second part is it's just not trading. I mean, in our life, we use money in different ways. Could be investment, could be payment, could be borrowings, could be lending. We never do things in isolation anymore. We have social media, we have social connectivity. We are connected with our apps, and we are connected with our who we are professionally and personally. So for us, bringing sort of an integration of the whole your social circle into investment, creating self-managed funds, having access to right information, right time, using AI and artificial intelligence to basically have a personal advisor or somebody who can guide you in the right information was key. So we have got in Sovren now trade, pay, borrow, play. These are the four things we do. And everything we build from today going forward will be all around that. So I hope that addresses how we came up with the idea. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Let's pick up which one we would want to talk about. What are the requirements in order to get a loan on the Sovren platform? Are the loans given in crypto? Want to pick that up?
Yeah, I can start. So firstly, of course, as a regulated platform, all our users will need to go through KYC and AML. There will be some requirements to have a minimum sort of period on the platform as a trader, an active trader, of course, to establish a profile and a trend for yourself, for the users in terms of how they're trading, what kind of risk profile they have. And then we'll make loans available against the portfolio based on the risk profile. And that will be available to anybody on the platform using the platform, of course, if they meet certain minimum criteria.
Yeah, so I think there has been quite a bit of research done on this. It says that the mobile generation has got a challenge in investments because they see their money locked in. Unless you settle the trade, you cannot exit unless you have got a profit to make. The market has gone topsy-turvy. Obviously, you will make a loss if you settle your trade. So that's where our lending platform comes in picture, which has been so far available only for institutions through secured lending. We will offer portfolio lending for our traders on the platform. Yeah, I think with that covered, let's move to the other question which I've got, which is how is the AI virtual assistant going to work, and can we destroy the process? Absolutely. So let me pick this one up. I've spent a lot of time in banks trying to save money in the back office doing RPA, which stands for robotic process automation. I've done AI, machine learning. What we want to bring in the whole Sovren platform, first and foremost, I would say, is customer service. We go through the pain ourselves as part of a business in London and in UK. Banks are not ready with the volume and the technology infrastructure in place to provide what I will call is a on-demand service. The phone calls have to wait, emails have to be followed in. It's just frustrating. So I think what we combine is Zova, our AI engine. We have given a name so that we can make it more personal to you. It will provide you a very good hand-holding experience when you're trying to onboard yourself on the platform, your KYC, your document update. If you find a problem, it is very much intelligent. It can find out the root cause. It can solve most of them for you when you're onboarding or registering. Going a step further, if you think Zova can't solve those problems, it will not hold on to the process or make you wait. It will actually connect you to our human contact service, where a human agent will be able to look into those problems from where the robot had left it. So it's almost the right integration between AI and human touch, which I think is going to be the market going forward. Going forward from there, if you are somebody who is hearing about all this market news, you're confused, you just want to know something specific about a crypto asset or about stocks or equities, you can go and ask a question, and it will be very much personalized to who you are and what you're asking for. So very much like a intelligent AI engine.
Yeah. So just to add to that, you can almost, for our community, it's almost like you'll have your own personal concierge helping and hand-holding you during your investment time or investment life cycle. We also think this is really important in the securities market, which is a very new market, for people to be able to understand, what is a asset-backed token? What does it mean to get revenue share? What does it mean to get profit share? All of these kind of questions we'll be able to address, and you'll be able to ask Zova. She'll be able to give you those answers on demand.
And that's a very good point. We didn't mention STOs. I'm sure everybody in the market who is close enough is trying to figure out a lot more, and I can guarantee you that no one knows enough. The information is almost negligible. There's a lot of confusion in the market, and when we build AI engine, the first thing we do is we make sure the right information gets available in the right format, and that's very key. So STO market is all about Sovren, so do watch out for the space for more announcements. Picking on the next question, can you describe your roadmap, and can we use the alpha app next year, Q1?
Yes, so our app is at the moment in development. It's in the workshop. It's going quite well, and we're on target to launch our alpha app Q1 next year. So yes, between now and then, we'll be inviting people to join a beta or alpha testing group. So do feel free to email us if you're interested in joining, and we'll make that available and invite you guys in to help us test and give us feedback, and you can be part of the journey.
Thank you, Vinod. Okay, let me check if there are any new questions that have come up, either in the Telegram or on the Facebook Live. And guys, feel free to ask any questions that you think have not been addressed, or you're looking for something specific. I mean, every question is a good question here. Great. Okay, another question has been around our soft cap, the airdrop of the shares. So I think let's address them as well. So guys, the way it works in the industry today is you have got institutional investors, you have got VCs, you have got angel investors, then the whole community. And I think the whole crypto market and blockchain, I think, industry has been thriving because of people like yourself who come from various parts of the world, and they get together and build a massive community behind good projects. When we started this journey, the first thing we wanted to do was we wanted to have the right balance. We didn't want it to leave one for another. So first thing foremost we did, which is quite unique and it's very different, which is we didn't want it to do the ICO where we are giving away just a token which is based on utility or network usage, ERC20. We wanted to do something more, giving a bit more stake in the business. So we have raised from a very well-known institutional fund called Chaintech and
Chaintech PLC.
PLC. We also have got a few other investors on board now who are, again, well-known names in the blockchain industry. Combined with their support, we have raised about 1.5, which is about 50% of the soft cap we need to raise. And now we have the opportunity from the industry, from people like yourself, as part of the token sale to raise the remaining funds. And 3 million in this current market is still I think, pretty promising for us. It's just looking really good. With this, we can actually launch the business. And the hard cap is more towards us going global, looking into buying out businesses in other continents. We're already talking to US, we're talking to Singapore, we are also talking in some of the parts of the Europe. So our expansion plan is linked to some of the other funding requirements we have, but it's a 3 million soft cap, which will make us really strong as a business, and we need your support in making it happen. On the airdrop side, I've let Vinan briefly explain that how it works.
So in terms of the gift we're giving in terms of the free share, which will be given on a discretionary basis, depending on certain minimum criteria being met, for example, KYC and AML. But if you meet those criteria, we'll give, for one Sovren token, we'll give you one free share in the main Aspect Technologies securities trading business, as a thank you, as a gift, for helping us and supporting us in the business. And that free share could potentially be could provide a dividend payment in the future when we launch the business and start generating revenue, basically.
Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, the industry has changed. It has matured. I think when the industry evolved with the Bitcoin white paper, then the ICO started with Ethereum smart contracts. It was all about utility tokens. There has been challenge in the market, as you know, especially in the US, where SEC has been quite critical about doing utility, where some of them projects are actually securities. We have kept it very simple. The token gives you full access on the platform. It gives you a lot of incentives. Other than that, you have got the gift as a share, which will be given to you. And again, that also has got some benefits. But again, it's a discretionary. It's not a sale. It will only be done for a limited time as well. So I hope you're the first one to get those shares and have actually a sort of access to the main business registered in London called as Aspect Technologies.
And just to add one thing in terms of the token itself, we spent a lot of time working on our token economics and making sure that the token itself has a real purpose in our platform. And I think we've got quite a unique positioning in terms of a security exchange having its own native token for various purposes. Having a token where, for example, repayment can be done in sovereign tokens instead of just fiat or other cryptos is quite unique. So if you've invested in a security product and you might get a dividend from that, a company can choose to pay you that in sovereign. And we think that will create a unique ecosystem around the token itself, besides other things we're doing in terms of token rewards and etc. And yeah, so just that, yeah, hopefully that answers.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's some new questions come up.
There you go.
Yeah. So how do we make the app work in shopping? Great, good question. I love shopping. We all do. Let's understand, first of all, why we're doing that. So let's say you have got a healthy portfolio of stocks and you've got a healthy portfolio of crypto. I'm a global traveler. I'm there to meet people. I'm traveling the world. I would like to use my Sovren app to make any purchase at the airport, to the shop side. I love to shop. Yes, it's an ambitious plan. As you know, not every shop or retail business in the world has got a point of sale terminal that accepts cryptocurrencies. And again, there are a lot of behind mechanism to it. But we also know a lot of countries, they have got ATMs, they have got point of sale terminals where you can use crypto. So products like us, as we're building, it will also increase the adoption. If all of you download the app and you go and start using the app, it will itself create a market that will demand that kind of requirement, where the shops will have to invariably start accepting cryptocurrencies. And what we'll do to facilitate that part is on behalf of those businesses, we can provide them a white label service. So we can help them to convert their crypto to fiat or vice versa. We can offer them a service at the back end. So instead of saying we only build the app and we let the onus of doing all the back end crypto integrations for the business to figure it out, no, we will build it ourselves. We'll provide them the app for you guys to invest and trade and then basically do your shopping. And the back end, we have got the businesses for whom we'll provide that kind of a service that will convert fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat, vice versa. Then there's the whole custodian service part. We are working with leading banks where this businesses through us will be able to keep their crypto on a cold wallet and in a safe and secure manner, so that they can liquidate that when they want, but without having to say no to you if you want to pay in crypto. Please don't forget the app does both fiat and crypto. So if you've got a trade in some high value stocks and you just settled your trade, and now you've got a significant amount of cash as well sitting in the app, instead of you have to now transfer that money out from the wallet to your bank and then spend the money in a foreign country where you might be charged for transaction fees, you can actually pay through the wallet linked to a contactless card. So it works in various ways for you. I hope that addresses that question. Yeah. Any other question, guys? If you're here, please do ask. And if I've missed anything, I will have a quick check. Okay, looks like we have addressed most, guys, but in case we have not covered any specific question, guys, do go back to our Sovren community channel, ask those questions. We have got team members there who will be constantly monitoring your questions. So again, just to reiterate, guys, we are 50% through with our soft cap requirements. We have got good backing of blockchain institutions, and partnerships model is already working through. We have got the pre-sales now open. Is for you guys to make us successful. Please do and make avail of the share gift offer we have for you guys. Sovren is all about community, so looking forward for you guys to make this probably the blockchain project of year 2019. Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, guys. Cheers. Bye. Catch you soon.